Signor Primo Ministro, nelle ore in cui l'esercito israeliano inizia una massiccia rioccupazione di parte del territorio libanese, lei cosa chiede alla comunità internazionale?
Well, what they're doing now is that they're having a land onslaught against Lebanon. In the past 20 days, they were having an aerial onslaught against Lebanon. It's the same thing. I can tell the Israelis and the international community that the Israelis that this is not going to help. This is not at all in any way that's going to lead to any solution. It's going to create further bloodshed, further hatred, and further problems, and this will not really guarantee the security and safety of Israel. To the international community, I'm going to tell them that we have had already 7 invasions that were made by Israel. This is the 7th invasion in a matter of 30 years. And this is not going to really lead to any result. How to really to get a result is to put pressure on Israel that it should really withdraw from the occupied territory of Shib'a farms, which is still occupying, that it really occupied it in 1967, and over a period of 22 years it finished the occupation of that plot in 1989, and still it is occupying it. I'm saying it has to withdraw. It has to give us the maps of the landmines that it has planted in Lebanon that's killing or injuring lots of people. It has to release the detainees that it has already captured, and they are in Israeli prisons. This is the way how to lead to a solution. We have already in Rome made a very important step and made a very important declaration which contained the 7 points that we consider to be a way how to solve the problem, and it really states that we have to release the abducted 2 soldiers, the Israeli 2 soldiers, and the detained prisoners in Israeli prisons. But at the same time, we want to make sure to have the Lebanese authority to prevail all over Lebanon, thereby no weapons in Lebanon other than the Israeli weapons. This has to come in line with the withdrawal of Israel from the occupied territories, as I said. And ultimately we'll reach to the armistice of 1949. This is very important, and this by itself can make sure to put the situation in a stable form, and this will guarantee the sovereignty of Lebanon, and it will have to guarantee as well the safe borders for Israel until a permanent solution and permanent peace is achieved between the Arabs and Israel.
Cosa il governo italiano, il popolo italiano per il Libano in queste ore terribili? What can...
Well, I'm in continuous contact with a very valued friend of Lebanon, the Prime Minister, Mr. Manu Prodi. And I would like to really thank him using this opportunity for all the efforts that he is exerting to help in finding a solution. He was very kind enough for Rome to the conference held in Rome, and I met with him then, and I have been in continuous contact with him over the past 20 days in order to brief him about what's going on and to seek his advice and seek his help, and he has been always in support of the just cause of Lebanon. I'd like to thank him, and at the same time to encourage him to continue his pressures and his coordination and cooperation with, can exercise the necessary pressure on Israel, and to convey to the Israelis once more, force cannot yield results. It is how one can really prepare for eventual peace. Eventual peace has to start by solving the problem of Lebanon, starting by the evacuation, by the withdrawal from the occupied territory of Shib'a farms.
Signor Primo Ministro, il Libano è stato finora forse l'unico esempio di democrazia, di tolleranza in tutto il Medio Oriente, nel mondo arabo. con quanto sta accadendo oggi, cosa ne sarà del suo paese, the Arab world? What will be Lebanon after all that?
Well, first of all, let me try to recall the call that was made by His Eminence the Pope John Paul II when he said that Lebanon is not a country, it is a message, in fact. And he is referring that this composition of Lebanon is quite unique. It represents the convivencia in its best terms. Lebanon is a country of minorities. It's 18 confessional groups in Lebanon living together, and really is a model of democracy, openness, freedom, tolerance, moderation, the prevalence of the rule of law. Over the past years, the Israeli invasions tried to really destroy this unique model in the region. The Lebanese, when they really have been defending this unique model over the years, and it was best represented when they went out all together on the 14th of March in the year 2005 in order to really tell the people are very well united and they want freedom. They want to establish and to emphasize the sovereignty of their country. So this is Lebanon. And I believe Lebanon has to stay. We have to defend it. And it is in the interest of all the friends of Lebanon, of all the sister countries of Lebanon, to defend this unique model of convivencia. Because otherwise, I mean, we are executing this unique example. We need always to send very good lessons to the world. How the various cultures, they can really live together. They can enrich each other. And Lebanon is the example for that. We do not believe in the struggle of cultures or the struggle of civilizations. We believe that these civilizations can really complement each other and they can really add and enrich themselves by doing so. So this is Lebanon. It is really not wise, not just, not fair to really let the forces of evil to destroy this unique example, this unique model of convivencia in Lebanon.
L'ultima domanda, signor Primo Ministro. In queste ore terribili, lei ha qualcosa da dire al suo collega, il Primo Ministro israeliano Olmert? What do you...
Well, I'll tell the Prime Minister of Israel, as I told him in other interviews, that this way is not going to yield any result. It is going to result in more killing and more hatred and more fanaticism. And this is not going to really produce security and safety for Israel. The best thing is to of the Israelis, the long-term interest of the Israelis. And this can be by starting to solve the Lebanese problem, withdrawing from Shib'a and all the other demands, and we exchange the abducted soldiers and the rest, and immediately to start thinking about real peace with the Arab world. We have learned the hard way that the best way how to protect and have safety for your country is not by the quantity and the sophistication of weapons that you amass. It is in your ability in creating good relations with your neighbors. This is the lesson that has been learned over the years in so many regions around the world. It's high time that the Israeli leadership realizes that this is the way that can lead to positive results. Otherwise, we are going to go into deeper, into further problems, and will not lead anywhere, and it will create more enmity. Actually, were shooting at Israel in this time probably are the sons and the sons of those who were killed in the massacre that was committed by Israel 10 years ago in Cana. I mean, hatred breeds hatred. Blood calls for blood. We believe that we should call for peace, for openness. This is the thing I can really send a message to the Israeli leadership. They have to start from Lebanon to give an example that they really want a real change. And this change requires historic men, brave men, that they can really produce results for the betterment of the future of the Israeli children. This is how the Israeli leadership should think.